went to foster care when I was 14 years old. And when I went in, I was like a shy person. I wasn't really new. I was new to the stuff that was going on around me. I was new to girls, and I was new to having other people take care of me. So I was a shy person at first, and I wasn't ready for that. And then as soon as I got there, they was telling me that I had to take medicine to be in that care, or I couldn't stay at that RTC. And I didn't know why I had to, but they said, well, you have to be able to take this medicine. If you don't take it, then we cannot keep you. The medicine they prescribed for me, they just did not give you a little amount of doses to tell you how. They didn't give you a little bit to see how you go with. They automatically dose you to like 500 milligrams. I think they should know a kid before they just stick you on medication. And they didn't really know us. They automatically thought I was depressed because I was like a shy person. And I wasn't really depressed. I was just trying to get new of the environment I was in, because I was in Austin, and then they shipped me to another city, to another one, to another one. So I was basically trying to get used to the environment, and it was the first time me ever being in care and losing my mom while I was in care, and my sister and all that. And every time that you cry when somebody like die in your family or scream out of frustration, they automatically want to restrain you. The people that would come in there, they'll hear me yelling, well, you need to calm down, we got to protect you and all that, and I wasn't really doing nothing. I was just yelling out of frustration and crying, because that's the only way I could deal with my emotions at the time. And they just came, like 3 big guys just came in there and then slammed me on the floor and then put me in the isolation room. And I was just crying. They were like, you gotta be quiet and stuff. And they knocked my head on the floor of the rug, and I had a carpet burn right on my forehead and on my arm. I have a lot of carpet burns, and they dosed me with all these medicines to calm me down. And sometimes when I get visitors, I be looking out of space, like I wasn't acting myself, and they made my attorney and CASA a little concerned about it, because all the medicine they were having me on, it was making me slow, like I was like crazy or something. And I guess that's what they want people to think, that we were crazy, and we really wasn't. And they give you these meds that actually make you crazy. I used to have these terrible nightmares that I scream and holler. When I wake up, I have bruises on my body and stuff. And it started when I started taking pills. And I didn't know why it started, and then I was like, tell them, can he please give me off or lower my doses? And I couldn't focus at school. I'd be like dazing off or nodding away sometimes, and it was scary. I just think that they really should control their restraints, because sometimes they don't know how to restrain, or they go too far. I didn't know how to act on that, just seeing girls going after each other, hitting staff and all this, and then staff actually knocking them out and then calling back up. And then I see all these girls getting thrown in the wall and on the floor. I'm looking like, are they supposed to treat us like that? I mean, we the one with problems. We go to our family, we in our family house. And the reason why we in care, because of our own environment. That's the reason why I was in care, because of what happened to me with my dad and my mommy, and losing my sister and all that, and what happened to how she died and what happened to me. That's why I was in care, to get taken better care of. And then when I get in care with total strangers that really don't know me and I don't know them, and they're nowhere near my parents. So of course we're going to have attitudes like, you're not my mom, you're not my dad, because we don't know these people, and then they automatically take it offensive. Just because they got kids, they treat us like they're kids, but they do it wrong. I don't think they'll treat their kids the way they treat us, and if they do, that's just shame. The worst restraint I ever saw was the one where they put your hands in the back and kind of make you like pull it, and they put their knee in your back and kind of push it and pull your hands at the same time. And that's the worst restraint. And then there's kind of a second worst restraint that I ever saw was on the wall. When they knee you in the wall and you're like 2 inches off the ground, and they're holding you up and like telling you to be quiet and shoving your head in the wall. That's another worst one I ever saw. And that's the isolation room. They shouldn't really have to restrain you in the isolation room. Like, they did it because a girl was screaming. And she was just screaming out of pain because she got restrained, had a carpet burn right here. And they ran in there and just grabbed her and pushed her against the wall just because she was screaming. And I could understand if she was sitting there carving on herself, or she was sitting there actually hurting or harming herself. I could understand them trying to restrain, but I don't think it should have been a restraint that bad. just because she was screaming. I think maybe they should get a little T restraint or kind of went there and kind of talked to her. I mean, I know I seen some of the girls that I had been living with, they got raped by their foster daddies and stuff, and that hurt me so bad. I had really never went through that, but I had went through it by watching it, and I don't like watching it. And I don't know, a lot of us girls and guys, we get raped in our own environment. Then when we come to these people for help, the first thing they do is harm us as if like we are bad or something. Yeah, we have problems. We have little behaviors that are not normal because of what we've been through and what we have seen. And I feel like maybe they should be a little sensitive to us, and they act like they don't care. You know, they'll treat us like normal kids. We are normal. Don't get me wrong. We're normal. We're just normal with a little bit extra problems than a normal kid that ever been with, like a nice family and a family that actually care about them and a family that actually raised them. We had not been through that, and we try to get love from these people, and they don't treat us like if they don't care about us. They're just there for the money. It was a depression pill. But for some reason, it made me more depressed. And then it was this other pill when you get all mad and angry. Well, they give you one of those to calm down. And those things don't work. They're like sugar pills. And it felt like it didn't really work. And it calmed me down. And then they got me another pill that was called, it was another depression pill. They put me on like 4 different kinds of depression pills for I don't know why or whatever. I wasn't really depressed, but I don't know why. And it just made me more depressed. It made me feel like a lonely person. I didn't really want to conversate with anybody. I wanted to be by myself. And it was this other pill that made me feel moody and kind of grouchy and stuff. And I forgot what it was, but it was really little and white. And then it was this one big pill that looked like a horse. It's a horse pill or something. It was blue. That pill made me just crazy. That pill made me crazy. Medicine can't cure everything. Maybe a little this, maybe Tylenol can cure a little headache, but when it's something emotionally, it can't really cure that. It's something that have to be done by a therapist or something. Well, I'm 20 years old. And I've been off of medication for a year, and I'm a whole lot better being off of it than I was on it. Like, I'm actually normal. I fit in. I wasn't this outsider. I actually fit in without this medication. I knew I could do it without it. I would just have to get used to the environment first and express my feelings to someone. That's all I wanted to do was talk to someone, because I had all these emotions balled up in me, and all I wanted to do was talk. And I guess they felt like they could talk to us by just giving us medicine. They thought that maybe that would solve, but like I said, pills, medicine, it don't solve everything, especially what emotionally in you, what's actually in you. The only thing can heal that is get it out and let people know what's going on and tell them how we've been treated and explain to them that wasn't right, and if there's some way that it can be changed so that our sisters, cousins, brothers, nieces, and nephews won't have to go through the same exact thing that we went through.